What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Guys, you know, Geico is a very popular company in the United States, and many of you who have, done business with Geico, or like National Insurance, or some of the big names, Allstate. We all know Geico. Nationwide, rather. We all know Geico for its auto insurance, the little frog and stuff like that, right? And Geico insures people really for two reasons in the car insurance. If you hit someone or someone hits you, which is either liability or full coverage, and depending on your driving record and your age, it can go up and down. So you guys know how it works, and you have to have driver insurance in the USA. Fine, we get that. So this lady in Missouri, she owned a Hyundai Genesis. Now, that's a terrible car, but she owned it back in 2017. No problem there. And she had a lover by the name of MB. Now, the names have not been released for this story because I got this from Black Sport Online. I'll put the link in the first comment if you don't believe me. So they decided that one day they would pull over. Booty clapping sounds crazy. They would pull over and they would, do some nice things in the car. Okay. So the young lady, she does that, no problem. And she, a few weeks later, notices that in her genitalia, there is something wrong down there, and it's like sad music. Oh my God, what are these bumps? Bumps, right? Bumps, and so the bumps come out to be HPV, which is common. In the States, herpes is almost like drinking water in the Western world now. That's just HPV. These things are whatever. They're more common than what you think. Okay. She catches that. Unfortunate. But what happens though? She decides that her lover and her, the guy who gave it to her, they're going to sue Geico for $5.2 million. Okay? Now, I just want to let's kind of retract. Let's kind of, not retract, but let's kind of rewind a little bit. Geico does auto insurance. The car was not hit. She didn't hit anybody. She got hit from the back, maybe, inside of the car, but the car was fine. She didn't use a condom. She got HPV inside of the vehicle. Now she wants to make Geico to pay for it. It's kind of like that super glue chick. Remember the chick with the super glue thing, the glue girl? I don't know what happened to her, but she put that Gorilla Glue in her head. I think it was like Jessica something, and she tried to sue the Gorilla Glue people for that, which was Tessica Brown, which was stupid because Tessica Brown is it doesn't make any sense. You're an idiot for that. Why would you put Gorilla Glue in your hair when Gorilla Glue is not for hair? You'd have to be dumb to do that. But she did it anyway, and whatever. Okay? Geico is now going to countersue. Okay? For this. I kind of want to talk about what is happening with the country and with men. So what you see is this pattern. What is the pattern? We talk about the manosphere. A woman makes a bad decision, okay, pays for the bad decision with the guy of her choice. But then, because of that, and a lack of accountability, somebody else has to pay for the mistake. Let me say it again. So you have a woman who makes the decision to date a man. Something bad happens because of that interaction. innocent people have to pay for it. This is the reason why you see a lot of times on dating sites or ladies who have children or ladies who have certain situations, they really feel like guys should pay for the mistakes that have been made. But I want you to look at Geico. Geico is countersuing. Geico is saying, no. In fact, we're not going to pay for it, but we're going to hit you with that same energy because you made the mistake of dealing with this guy. You had sex unprotected, and you shouldn't even be having sex inside of cars. Like, there's a lot of, I can understand if this is, and even in other countries that are underdeveloped, there should be houses or apartments or motels that there's, because even in Uganda, there's plenty of those places, right? There are people, plenty of houses and buildings. So you don't need to have sex in cars because it's illegal to do that. But people are so weird in today's world that they feel I can do anything that I want, justify it, and it should be taken care of. Like, this is some of the reasons why I don't like even coming back to America, because, you know, we have some people who feel like this. And it's really, 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 really stupid. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, okay? It doesn't. But now that we got that out the way, why should somebody have to pay for the mistake that you made? You brought this situation on yourself. But you see that this is, if you look at it, listen to Kevin Samuels' shows. You know, Medical Tourism Reviews was doing some of them too, before he took a break. But you kept hearing that some of the same patterns. Okay, so I have this, and these mistakes I made on my own, but I didn't make them mistakes. It wasn't my fault that these mistakes were made, and somebody got to come here and fix my problems. Somebody got to come here and clean up this mess. I deserve to have somebody come in and clean up this mess. And you wonder why relationships in the West are not going to improve. You wonder why parenting in the West is not going to improve. You wonder why, people in America or in the Western world in the battle of the sexes will never die, because as long as you have people who make bad decisions for their lives and they expect other people to pay for it, you're never going to have healthy communities with people like that. You're just not. You're not going to have healthy communities amongst men. You're not going to have healthy communities amongst women until people, regardless of their sex, are accountable for what it is that they do. The country is going to be overtaken by other world powers. And I'm saying, like, not as far as overtaken as far as somebody capturing the states, but I mean as far as productivity. Like, look at China. You know, look at these other places in the world that are catching up. They're catching up because the people there understand, like, if I don't do this, I'm going to be accountable for somebody. I better not steal. I better not sell drugs in here. I better not do. I have to be accountable for my actions. Otherwise, I have to perform, or, you know, this is what's going to happen. This is what our country is missing. This is what our society is missing. Okay? We're missing this. And that is the problem. Okay? That's the problem that we're having, guys. Nobody wants to talk about this. But it's real. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first company out. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm